Alright, welcome again to another tutorial of the topic complex numbers. So in this tutorial we're going to solve some examples. Let's start with the first example, the one you see on your screen. So the example says find the real and imaginary part of 2 plus 3i over 4 plus 5i. Let's do it. So in order to eliminate the complex number in the denominator, we just multiply with the conjugate of the complex number in the denominator over the conjugate of the complex number in the denominator, like this. So the numerator now is 2 times 4, which is 8. And then if I take 3i times negative 5i, I get this is negative 15i squared. Yes, but also we have 2 times negative 5i, that is 10i, and 3i times 4, that is 12i. So all of this over the denominator is a difference of 2 squared, so it's 4 squared plus 5 squared. So I squared is negative 1 times negative is positive, so here we're going to have 8 plus 15, and then negative 10 plus 12i is just 2i. All of this over 16 plus 25. So 16 plus 25. What do we get now? We get that 8 plus 15 is just 23 plus 2i over 16 plus 25 is 41. So this is same as you say 23 over 41 plus 2 over 41i. So the real part now of this complex number, the real part, the one which does not have an I, this is 23, is going to be 23 over 41. And the imaginary part is going to be 2 over 41. So this was the example 1. Find the real and imaginary part. Here they are. Let's see another example. So this is the other example. It says simplify. So we have Roman 1 and Roman 2. Roman 1 is 3 plus I, all of it squared, plus 3 minus I, all of it squared. Let's start with Roman 1. So we have 3 plus I squared plus 3 minus I squared. So if I square this one, I get 9 plus 6i minus 1, because I square is negative 1. And then if I square this one, I get 9 minus 6i minus 1, because I squared again is negative 1. So you can see this and this go. 9 plus 9 is 18, and negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. So the answer is 16. This is Roman 1. Let us see Roman 2. Roman 2, we have 3 plus 4i over its conjugate minus 3 minus 4i over 4 plus 4i. Let's do that one. Let's simplify it. That's the question. So it is 3 plus 4i over 3 minus 4i. And then we have minus 3 minus 4i over 4 plus 4i. So I'm going to simplify this first part. 3 plus 4i over 3 minus 4i. I'm going to simplify this. So times with the conjugate of the denominator, like this. So in the numerator is 3 plus 4i squared. In the denominator is 3 squared plus 4 squared. Yeah, so in the numerator here we're going to have 9 plus 24i minus 16 over, here we're going to have 9 plus 16. So 9 minus 16 is just negative 7 plus 24i. While 9 plus 16 now is going to be equal to what? 25. So this one now, first part, is equal to negative 7 over 25 plus 24 over 25 I. So this one is the same as we have negative 7 over 25 plus 24 over 25 I. Now let us simplify this part here, 3 minus 4i over 4 plus 4i. So it is 3 minus 4i over 4 plus 4i. So to simplify this again, just times the conjugate of the denominator, which is 4 minus 4i. So in the numerator, 3 times 4 we get 12. 4i, negative 4i times negative 4i is positive 16i squared. But I squared is negative 1, so it's minus 16. So 3 times negative 4 is 12, negative 12. And 4 times 4 is negative 16. So here we have 16 plus 16. Or should I say 4 squared plus 4 squared. So 12 minus 16 is equal to negative 4. Negative 12 minus 16 is equal to negative 28i. Yes, over 16 plus 16 is just 32. So here we have negative 4 over 32 minus 28 over 32i. But by 4 here we have 1, by 4 here is 8, and then by 4 here is 7, by 4 here is 8. So this one is minus, yeah, this 3 minus 4i over 4 plus 4i is negative 1 over 8. After simplification here we have seen minus 7 over 8i, like this. So let's continue to simplify this. So if I insert the negative inside the brackets, it's going to be a positive. So it's negative 7 over 25 plus 24 over 25i plus 1 over 8 plus 7 over 8i. So deal with the real part, negative 7 over 25 plus 1 over 8 first, and then also deal with the imaginary part. So we have 24 over 25 plus 7 over 8i. So the final answer, if you take negative 7 over 25 plus 1 over 8, you can use your calculator. It's just going to be negative 31 over 200. You can see the LCM here is 200. Yes. And then this one is going to be plus, here we're going to have 367 over 200i. So if I simplify this, it's a question, I get this complex number here. This is the second example. Let us see example 3. So example 3, I've write here exercise. I should say example because I am the one who is solving this. Okay, it says find the modulus and the argument of z1, which is 2 minus I over 3i minus 1, and z2, which is I minus 3 over 2 plus I, and z1 plus z2. So let's first find the modulus, let me say the modulus and argument of z1. So z1 is 2 minus I over 3i minus 1. So to simplify this, I'll multiply with the conjugate of the denominator. So the real part is negative 1, but the imaginary part is 3i. So negate the imaginary part. That's how you get the conjugate. So it's negative 3i minus 1. Okay, multiply the numerator. I get this is 6i. 6i minus 2. I mean negative 6i minus 2 plus 3i squared. And then we have plus I. All of this over, it's just going to be 3 squared plus 1 squared. So negative 6i plus I is just negative 5i. So I remain with negative 2. I squared is minus 1, minus 3. And then here, negative 6i plus I is negative 5i. 3 squared is 9 plus 1 is 10. So z1 now is equal to what? Is equal to negative 5 minus 5i over 10. This is just the same as saying negative 5 over 10 minus 5 over 10i. But 5 over 10 is just 1 over 2, so it's negative 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2i. This is z1. Now we want the modulus and argument. So we have z1 is negative 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2i. To get the modulus, you just find the square root of the real part squared plus the imaginary part squared. So this is just going to be 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4, which is just going to be equal to 2 over 4. But the square root of 4 is 2, so this is the square root of 2 over 2. So the modulus now of z1 is the square root of 2 over 2. It's the modulus of z1. Let's get the argument now. So to find the argument, it's very wise that you plot this complex number in the Argand diagram. So let's say this is an imaginary axis. And then this is a real axis. So let's say this one is, this one. This one is negative half. And this one here is negative half. So our complex number z1 is going to be somewhere here. And so if I draw another straight line from the complex point z1 to the origin, you can see that our argument is this one. So we need to find the argument of z1. So we know that the argument of z1 is just going to be equal to tan inverse. Take the imaginary part, negative half, over the real part, which is also negative half. So negative half over negative half is just 1. So it's tan inverse of 1. So tan inverse of 1 is 45 degrees. But 45 degrees would have belonged in this first quadrant here. We are dealing with the third quadrant. So actually the argument of z1 is 180 plus 45, not 45, which is what? Which is 225 degrees. So the argument of z1 is what? Is 225 degrees. This one is the argument of z1. And on top here we have the modulus of z1, which is the square root of 2 over 2. So that was z1. Now we also have to find the modulus and argument of z2. What was z2 again? So this is z2 here, I minus 3 over 2 plus I. Let's do that one. So z2 is I minus 3 over 2 plus I. So first we have to simplify this. So multiply with the conjugate of the denominator. So in the numerator we're going to have 2i. So I times I is I squared. So minus I squared. 3 times 2 is 6. And then we have 3 times I. All of this over 2 squared plus 1 squared. So here we have 2i plus 3i is 5i. I squared is negative 1. So it's 1 minus 6 plus 5i. 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 squared is 4. 1 squared is 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. This is what we have now in the denominator. So our z2 is 1 minus 6 is negative 5. So plus 5i, all of this over 5, which is the same as you say negative 5 over 5 plus 5i over 5. So this is just equal to negative 1 plus I. So we want the modulus of z2, and the argument. The modulus, as usual, it's the square root of the square of the imaginary part plus the square of the real part, which is going to be 1 plus 1, square root of 1 plus 1, which is the square root of 2. So the modulus of Z2 is the square root of 2. This one is the modulus of Z2. Now we need the argument. As usual, to understand what the argument will be, we have to plot this Z2 in the Argand diagram. So let's say this one is our imaginary axis, and then we have our real axis. So imaginary axis, real axis. So we have -1 here and 1 here. So Z2 is going to be somewhere here. This one is Z2. So if I draw a line from the point, the complex point Z2 to the origin, like this, this is my argument, the argument of Z2. So the argument now of Z2 is just the arctan of the imaginary part, which is 1, over the real part, -1. So what do I get here? I get an inverse of what? Of -1. Yes, so if you use your calculator here, tan inverse of -1 is -45 degrees, which is just the same as 135 degrees, because to convert this negative into positive, you just plus 180. So 135 degrees lies in this second quadrant. So this is the argument of Z2. So the argument of Z2 is 135 degrees, and the module of Z2 is the square root of 2. So the final part was to find the module and argument of Z1 plus Z2. Let's do that one. So we want Z1 plus Z2. Now remember, Z1 was -½ minus 1/2i, while Z2 now it was -1 plus I. So if you add this, you get -3/2 plus 1/2i. So if I want the module now of Z1 plus Z2, it's just the square root of this real part squared plus imaginary part squared. So this is going to be equal to 9/4 plus 1/4, which is equal to the square root of 10/4. Yeah, but the square root of 4 is 2, so is the square root of 10/2. So this is the module of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to the square root of 10/2. It's the module. Now I need the argument. As usual, I have to draw this in the Argand diagram. So let's say this is my imaginary axis. Here, and then I have my real axis. So this is the imaginary axis, and then this one is this one is the real axis. So let's say this is -3/2, and this one is 1/2. So this now is the point Z1 plus Z2. So if I draw now a line from the point to the origin, a straight line, this is the argument. So the argument is in the second quadrant. So the argument now of this one, Z1 plus Z2, is going to be tan inverse. So we have the imaginary part over the real part. So this is the same as tan inverse of -1/3. Yeah, so if I take 1/2 over -3/2, I get -1/3. So use your calculator there. You're going to get the argument of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to, -18.43 degrees, which is also equal to if you add this with 180, you get is 161.6 degrees. So the argument now, I prefer to write the positive value, is 161.6 degrees. So this is the argument of Z1 plus Z2. So the module of Z1 plus Z2 is here. The argument of Z1 plus Z2 is here. The module of Z2, argument of Z2. Module of Z1, argument of Z1. So like that, we have completed this example 3. Let's see example 4. So example 4 says, find the real and imaginary parts of the complex number Z when Z over Z plus 1 is equal to 1 plus 2i. This is Roman 1. Let's do first Roman 1. So we have Z over Z plus 1 equals to 1 plus 2i. So we have to find the real and imaginary part of Z here. I'm just going to cross and multiply. I get Z is equal to 1 plus 2i times Z plus 1. So Z is equal to 1 times Z is Z. 1 times 1 is 1. 2i times Z is 2Zi. And then 2i times 1 is 2i. So all these that have Z, bring them on one side. By the way, this minus this is 0. So here we just have negative 2Zi is equal to 1 plus 2i. So if I divide by negative 2i everywhere, I remain with Z is equal to negative 1 over 2 times 1 over I. Okay, minus 1. So this I here in the denominator, in order to remove it, I just times by I over I. So minus 1. So Z is going to be equal to negative half. 1 times I is I times I is I squared. Minus 1. But I squared is negative 1, so Z is going to be equal to negative 1 over 2 over I over negative 1. Negative and negative now is positive, minus 1. So finally we get Z is going to be equal to negative 1 plus 1 over 2I. So negative 1 ndo huyu, afu ni 1 over 2I. Kwa hiyo asema real and imaginary part. Kwa hiyo real part of Z ni hiyo negative 1, wakati imaginary part of Z ni hiyo nini? 1 over 2. So hii kwa ni Roman 1. Kwa hiyo majibu ndo huyu na huyu. Let's do Roman 2. So Roman 2 anasema find the real and imaginary parts of the complex number Z when Z plus I over Z plus 1 is equal to Z plus I over Z minus 3. Let's do that one. Kwa hiyo Roman 2 tulikuwa tuna Z plus I over Z plus 1 sasa na Z plus I over Z minus 3. So mimi nili cross and multiply nikana Z plus I times Z minus 3 sasa na Z plus I times Z plus 1. So niva multiply nikapata Z squared minus 3Z plus ZI minus 3I. Alafu pande huku nikapata Z squared plus Z plus ZI plus I. So hii Z squared inakufa na hizi squared na hizi I inakufa na ZI. Nabaki na negative 3Z minus 3I ni sasa na Z plus I. So huyu Z mlete huku afu mpeleke kule. Tunakuwa negative 3Z minus Z sasa na I plus 3I. So hapa napata negative 4Z sasa na nini? Sana 4I. Divide by negative 4 both side. Tunapata Z sasa na nini? 4 over negative 4 negative 1 kwa negative I. So z kumbe ni sana negative I. So we want the real part and the imaginary part. The real part of z itakuwa ni 0, wakati the imaginary part of z itakuwa ni nini? Negative 1. So hii ndo majibu ya hiyo example 4 Roman 2. Kwa sababu you can see hapa hakuna real part kuna hii negative I tu, kwa hiyo imaginary part ni negative 1. Okay, this is example 5. Anasema if x, y, a and b are real numbers and if x plus yi is equal to a over b plus cos theta plus I sin theta, show that b squared minus 1 times x squared plus y squared, and then this product now plus a squared is equal to abx. So we start here. This is x plus yi is equal to a over b plus cos theta plus I sin theta. Yes, so first things first, I have to eliminate I here from the denominator. So I'll multiply with the conjugate of the denominator, which is b plus cos theta minus I sin theta. All of this over b plus cos theta minus I sin theta. So in the numerator, just gonna have ab plus a cos theta plus ia sin theta. In the denominator, we're going to have the square of the real part plus the square of the imaginary part, like this. X plus yi is going to be equal to ab plus a cos theta, yes, minus ai sin theta over, so this one is b plus cos theta squared plus sin theta, the imaginary part, squared. Simplify it further now. X plus yi is going to be equal to ab plus a cos theta minus ai sin theta over, this one now is just b squared plus 2b cos theta plus cos square theta. So niki expand hii b plus cos theta square ndo napata hivi. So usahau hii plus sin square theta. But kwenye trigi tunasoma kwamba cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Kwa hiyo sasa hii x plus yi itakuwa sasa na ab plus a cos theta minus ai sin theta, all of this over b square plus 2b cos theta. Sasa hii cos square plus sin square ni 1. So hii sasa tuiandike in terms of real part plus imaginary part. Kwa hiyo x plus yi itakuwa sasa na a b jumlisha a cos theta over ile denominator yetu ambayo ni b squared plus 2b cos theta plus 1 minus tuna a sin theta over denominator yetu hiyo I. Yes, so the real part now in the left hand side ni huyu, hapa ni x. So tumepata x ni sasa na ab plus a cos theta over hiyo denominator yetu b square plus 2b cos theta plus 1. Wakati the imaginary part ni y, kwa hiyo y itakuwa sana negative a sin theta over hiyo denominator yetu ambayo ni b square plus 2b cos theta plus 1. Kwa hiyo sasa, hata sasa kitu ambacho tumefanya ni, ili kwa swali letu, huu upande huu tumeandika in terms of a real part jumlisha imaginary part I, ili tuweze kupata the value of x and the value of y. Hichi ndicho ambacho tumekifanya mpaka sasa. But remember, the question, it wants us to show that hii hapa b squared minus 1 times x squared plus y squared. So I think from here now we need to find this x squared plus y squared. So now hapa tulipoishia sasa, x squared ni sasa na nini? Ni sasa na square, maana yake hiyo numerator tena square na hiyo denominator. Wakati y squared sasa na yenyewe square hii numerator ambayo itakuwa ni a squared sin square th. Notice ukisha square negative itakuwa positive, alafu square na hiyo denominator. Kwa hiyo sasa x square plus y square ni uchukue huyu plus huyu kama hivi. X squared plus y squared manake ni uchukue huyu ab plus a cos theta squared over b squared jumlisha 2b cos theta plus 1 squared. So hii ilikuwa ni x squared, kwa hiyo y squared na yenyewe ndo hii. But you can see here now that the denominator is the same hapa na hapa. Kwa hiyo hii x squared plus y squared unaweza kai simplify ikawa hivi ab plus a cos theta squared jumlisha a squared sin square theta. Kwa hiyo huyu hapa denominator tunamweka kama mmoja peke yake, hamna haja ya kuwatenga hivi. Yeah, so huu mstari hapa naweza nikaweka vizuri huu. Naweza nikaufanya upendeze. Nimeweka vibaya. Anyway, so muhimu sana lakini fresh tu. Hiyo Okay, so to simplify kwenye numerator x squared plus y squared itakuwa sasa sana, hapa tutakuwa tuna a squared b squared jumlisha 2a squared b cos theta alafu jumlisha a squared cos squared theta. So ukiexpand huyu ndo unapata hivi Sasa tusimsahau huyu wa mwisho huku ni a squared sin square theta. So all of this over hii ni b squared jumlisha 2b cos theta plus 1 squared. Kwa hiyo hivyo. Sasa hii numerator tunaweza tukasimplify. Hapa nikifactor out a squared, you can see x squared plus y squared ni sasa na a squared tumtoe nje, then tabaki na b squared jumlisha 2b cos theta jumlisha cos square theta alafu jumlisha sin square theta. So all of this over hii ni b squared plus 2b cos theta plus 1 squared. Lakini huyu cos square theta jumlisha sin square theta ni 1. Kwa hiyo x squared plus y squared itakuwa sasa na nini? Itakuwa sasa na a squared manake. So kuju tutakuwa tuna b squared plus 2b cos theta plus 1 over, so kuchini tuna b square plus 2b cos theta plus 1 plus 1 squared. So huyu hapa anafanana huyu denominator, kwa hiyo anakufa hapa mmoja. Kwa hiyo inabakije sasa? Inakuwa hivi. Inakuwa ni x squared plus y squared ni sawa na a squared over b squared jumlisha 2b cos theta plus 1. Okay, nikicross na kumultiply hapa, I'm going to get b squared plus 2b cos theta plus 1 ni sawa na nini? Tukua tuna a squared, afu ile x squared plus y squared huko inakuja kwa chini. You see here? Yes, so tumefika hapa sasa. Tumefika hapa. So step 1, can remember this question. Step 1 tuli express upande huu in terms of real number plus imaginary number I, ili tupate values za x and y. Step 2 ndo tukatafuta hiyo x squared plus y squared. Tukapata ni hii hapa ambao tumekuja kufanya hivi. Sasa you can see from the question hakuna cos wala sin. Kwa hiyo sasa hapa tulipofika, all we have to do is remove this cos here. So how are we going to remove this cos? In order to remove this cos, remember tulivyopata x. X ilikuwa huyu tunamwona x huyu ana cos, kwa hiyo tutatokea hapa. So from x ilikuwa sasa na ab jumlisha a cos theta over b squared jumlisha 2b cos theta plus 1, si ndio? Hii sana useme ab jumlisha a cos theta times 1 over b squared jumlisha 2b cos theta jumlisha 1. So unaona hapa juu hapa niki reciprocate upande wa kushoto utakuwa hivi. Wakati upande wa kulia itakuwa ni x squared plus y squared over what? A squared. So nime reciprocate huku na huku. Kwa hiyo hii sasa x squared hii tuipachike hapa Kwa hiyo kumbe x ni sasa na ab plus what? Plus a cos theta times x squared plus y squared over nini? A squared. So I'm going to times by a square upande huu na upande huu boom boom zitakufa. So if I write it on the other page, nitabaki na nini? Nitabaki na a squared x sasa na ab jumlisha a cos theta times what? Times x squared plus y squared. So remember I want to get the value of cos theta. So I'm going to divide na huyu x squared plus y squared both sides. So hapa na hapa naondoka. Napata ab plus a cos theta ni sasa na a squared x over x squared plus y squared. Now I can factor out a huku, nitabaki na b plus cos theta ni sasa na a squared x over x squared plus y squared. So a moja nakufa na a moja hapa. Tunabaki na b plus cos theta ni sasa na ax over x squared plus y squared. So kupata cos theta huyu b mpeleke kule. Kwa hiyo you can see that cos theta is equal to ax over x squared plus y squared minus what? Minus b. Huyu ndo cos theta. So huyu cos theta now nataka nimweke wapi? hapa tunakumbuka hii hiyo cos theta namweka hapa. Kwa hiyo sasa tukimweka hapo itakuwa ni b square jumlisha 2b. So cos theta tumepata ni ax over x square plus y squared minus b. So hapa tunajumlisha 1 sasa na a squared over x square plus y squared. So humu ndani humu tunaweza tukapa simplify, itakuwa ni b squared jumlisha 2b. So tutakuwa tuna ax minus b x squared plus y squared. So all of this from here to here over x squared plus y squared. So jumlisha 1 is equal to a squared over x squared plus y squared. So what do I do now? I times with hii x squared plus y squared everywhere. Na hapa na hapa na hapa. So you can see hapa itakufa hivi na hapa pia itakufa. So tabaki na b squared. So we have x squared plus y squared. Alright, jumlisha. So hapa tunabaki na 2b. So huku ndani tuna ax minus b. This one is x squared plus y squared. Jumlisha. This one is x squared plus y squared. Na huku mwisho ni a squared. Okay, ili tumalize hii 2b tufungue mabano hapo. Inakuwa ni b squared, we have x squared plus y squared. So here we have plus 2b ax. Au unaweza kusema 2abx. So hapa tuna minus 2b squared. So this one is x squared plus y squared. So again tunajumlisha hapa x squared plus y squared. Huku mwisho tunabaki tuna a squared. Yes. So hii b squared minus 2b squared. Okay, ona hii ni 2abx. B squared minus 2b squared inabaki negative b squared. So it's x squared plus y squared. Don't forget huyu. Another x squared plus y squared is equal to a squared. So anyways, huyu mpeleke kule na huyu pia mpeleke kule. Kwa upande wote tunabaki na 2abx. Sasa na a squared. So huyu akija huko inakuwa plus b squared. So we have x squared plus y squared minus this one is x squared plus y squared. Here x squared plus y squared is common. I can factor it out. Inakuwa 2abx is equal to what? A squared jumlisha. So we have x squared plus y squared. Hapa nabaki na b squared. Hapa nabaki na negative 1. So I think kwenye swali ndo tulikuwa tumepewa hii. Let us see. Tunaiona huyu na huyu. Kwa hiyo tusemaje sasa? Tuseme hence shown kwa sababu nasema show that. So let me say see you in the next tutorial.